is going on, everyone? I am Steve, hashtag Team No Sleeves from Burke Family 54 Comics. Welcome to another Thursday Night Chat. We're going to be hanging out, talking with all my friends, and we have a special guest. Before we do that, though, let's hit that intro. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in the panel. First up, we got a big panel tonight. I'm going to say that. We got a big panel tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. First up, we got the guy who's been joining me longer than anyone. We got Ryan, new guy, Cosmic Campfire. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? How are y'all doing tonight? I'm excited to hang out.
Absolutely, me too. Next up, we got Backwards Cat Guy, Mark from Legion of the Comics. What's up?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, Steve, I got a question real quick. Rock chalk?
I don't know what happened to him. He dropped from the stream or something.
Well, I'm waiting on your response.
No. K-State fan all the way. Next up, we got Dave, Mark Comics. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me on tonight. I'm excited to talk about some good comics this week.
Yes, sir. Me too. Next up, we got Adrian Panda Awesome 316. What is up, Panda?
Hi.
Hey.
And last but not least, we got the crossover event of the century going on tonight. We got Chris from Lost in Comics joining us. What's up, dude?
What is up, Steve and fam? Man, I'm getting some really crappy Texas internet right now, so you just keep talking. I think my internet will catch up here in a minute, dude. But so happy to be with you guys. Happy to be with the Burke family, man. You guys are awesome. So very, very excited about the crossover of the year, as the experts are calling it.
As the pros are calling it. Before we get any further, I do want to say that tonight's Thursday Night Chat is brought to you by comicbook_pressing on Instagram. If you ever need any comic books press, hit up Eric over at comicbook_pressing on IG and use my promo code BURKE54 and you get free shipping back to you on your first order. Again, today's Thursday Night Chat is brought to you by comicbook_pressing on Instagram. Holy cow, we got 28 unread messages. It's going crazy over here. I'm going to do my best to try to hit everyone and say hi. Oh, man, I'll just start at the top. Ruby G, what is up? Ryan, what is up, dude? Kaiser Jose, I think you were over on the Lost in Comics. What's up? Hashtag stay nasty. What's up, John? Adam Janice, what's up? Grabs Granite, hello. Comic Guy Steve, good name. Spawners Image Comics, what is up? Another one of the people that was over on Lost in Comics channel tonight. David Vargas, hello. Let's see here. Tyler, what is up, dude? Hoping to get him on the channel on Monday for Meet the Burke Fam episode 11. We'll see if we can make it happen. Jason, what is up, Southern Comic Geek? James, hello. How's it going, brother? Let's see here. Boston Comics, what is up? Let's see. Did I get everyone? Mark from Legion Comics is with us, obviously. What's up, dude? Mike Becker, I'm excited to hang out with you tomorrow, dude. I'm so excited for the con this weekend. Oh, it's going to be a good time. Do that. Oh, I'm so excited. Austin LeMay, one of the biggest Spawn fans I've ever met in my entire life. What is up, dude? Chris, you're going to have to show off that book you just showed off on your channel.
I can do that.
Do it real quick.
Right now?
Yeah, do it right now.
All right.
Full screen.
So this is the Spawn's Universe issue number 1, guys. This was the McFarlane online toy store that opened up. If you purchased $200 of toys, McFarlane promised us that he would give us a signed sketch cover, Spawn's Universe issue number 1, and you got the McFarlane signature right there on the bottom left-hand corner. Oh, it's so beautiful, guys. It's so beautiful.
God.
I thought it was so worth it, dude, just to have, I get the $200 in toys, which I was probably going to get at some point, maybe not all at once, but got that. And then to get the signature there. I mean, it's like I was telling Steve a little bit ago, anything McFarlane signed right now is ridiculous. So to have that, dude, add that to the collection. I'm stoked about it, man. It's beautiful.
Amazing. That's awesome. Let me know, Austin LeMay, what you think about that, because I know you're a huge Spawn fan. Dave is here. What's up? Burrito,
Dude,
hello.
Chris, did you have to buy all those all at once?
Yeah.
Okay. Have they come in yet?
Yeah, they did come in. So
Did they come in all at once? Like, was it just like a gigantic box?
dude, so if you go over to my channel, I have the video, but I show the box, and it's larger than like my upper body. It's a huge box, and I literally it was huge, but they all came at once. And the comic, the one thing I will say I was a little disappointed in, dude, was the comic it was not in a poly mailer, it was nothing, it was not protected, it was just kind of put right on the wall of the box. So I mean, if that box had been thrown around, that comic could have got damaged.
It's a free book. What can you say?
Oh, dude, but Todd McFarlane signed, man. But
free book, no complaining, right?
Is that the book that he
at least
promised
have,
not to sign
3.
anymore of, or whatever?
No, I think that was that I believe isn't that the King Spawn that's coming out this upcoming week?
Oh,
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah. So
I'm going to leave a link really quickly into the chat for Lost in Comics. If you guys are not following Chris, he's an awesome guy. Oscar has been on there as well before, obviously. Great dude, great channel. They actually you just went viral. You went viral. How did you do that? You have a video of like 300,000 views. How did you do that, man?
You know, it's you guys remember the Game Genie, right? Mm-hmm. The Game Genie. Do you remember that? You plug it into a Nintendo system.
I
found a Game Genie for YouTube, guys, and I plugged it in and it worked. But no, I'm just kidding. Dude, you know what? It's just I have no clue, Steve, to be honest with you. I made a short video. It was on the origins of the Walking Dead, the alien origins of the Walking Dead, you know, and Kirkman was going to make when he pitched it to Image, he had to say that it was going to be an alien story for them to buy into it. He did that. And I don't know. I guess people like The Walking Dead, man. I put it out just like I do in every other video, and I just kept seeing the views just keep coming in and coming in and coming in. So it's a nice accomplishment, but you know, it is what it is, man.
That's
I'm
awesome.
happy about it for sure.
I saw you like tweet about it, and I was like, "Holy cow, is that really happening?" And what's your channel?
Yeah,
like, it's even more than what you posted on Instagram or Twitter. So that's awesome. Congrats to you, bro. That's amazing. That is amazing.
I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it, and it's been nice. We've gotten several subs from it, so it's been a cool thing, man, for sure.
That's awesome. All right, we are going to move on to the next portion of the show. We're going to show off our new comic book day haul for the week. I'll go first because it's my channel. All right, first up, we got Flash 773. Definitely going to talk this tonight. Excellent read. I enjoyed it. Eat the Rich #1. We have a panel that's not green on this book, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. Speaking of Eat the Rich, the Jenny Prison. Oh my gosh!
Oh, nice.
Love it. I wasn't planning on grabbing it, but I saw that and I was like, okay, gotta have that. Shazam #2. They only had the variant. I wanted the regular because I wanted to pay $1 less. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? My favorite book on the DC line right now, Nightwing 83.
Heck yeah.
Tom Taylor goodness. Somehow missing from someone who's a big DC fan. Somehow missing from their pull list. I don't know.
I read it, man. I read it.
Power Rangers #10. This cover is insane. Love this book. Or this cover. The book sucked, but the cover was amazing. This came out a couple weeks ago. Got it in. Batman 111 Dell Auto goodness. Beautiful.
Oh, nice.
And then this next one, this is going to go to Dave, Mark Spector Comics. He didn't get one. Nice House on Lake #1, third print. So,
oh, nice.
Shout out to Dave for picking up his phone when I called him randomly.
For answering your phone.
Oh, shoot. Ryan, you were up next, bud.
Well, I don't. I don't have anything on me right now, but I'm excited for Batcat and Catwoman, Compass, The Flash, Nightwing, and Supergirl are all on my list to get through this weekend.
I actually got 3 copies of an indie books if you count Power Rangers. So, all right, Mark, you got the first half of your haul.
Yeah, most of it. I don't think there's a lot that I'm reading from tomorrow or yesterday. What day? Yesterday. We got Night House #2, second print. Loving these later prints. They're fantastic. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow #3. Dark Knight's Death Metal #1, and this is the records that they're doing. This is the second one. The first one was the full size. This is a 45. So it's pretty cool that they're doing it in a different format. But I was hoping for a big one, but I'm not mad about it. Superman and the Authority #4.
Yes, we are. We are watching Titan season 3. Amazing.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Flash 773. Shazam #2, cover A. You know what I'm talking about, Steve? Batman Catwoman #6. Infinite Frontier #4. Rorschach #11. I think that was this week. I don't know anymore. That might be getting into last week's
Yeah,
stuff.
Infinite Frontier is last week.
Yeah, there's just books everywhere right now.
Yeah, dude. Me too. I know.
And
What are you grabbing tomorrow?
oh man, I don't know. Power Rangers?
Power Rangers #10. Any Marvel?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Marvel's got to up their game.
I agree. 100.
I'm trying to read books. You know, they have to do better.
Oh, man.
I love it. Dave, have you had a chance to go to the store yet?
No, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I will tell you what I've read so far,
Okay.
and so I've read Flash, of course. I read Power Rangers #10. I was middle of the way through Moon Knight issue #2. I read Kang the Conqueror #1,
I read that too. Yep.
and what was the other book?
Eat the Rich?
I haven't read Eat the Rich, but I'm excited to read that. But before we go into Kang the Conqueror, I did bring a book down here as well in celebrating the first ongoing series for Kang.
Here we go. All right.
Hope
I
you're
had to show
put on
off.
your sleeveless shirt first.
Oh, God. Look at that flex.
I had to show off the
His
first
shirt.
appearance of Kang the Conqueror,
He might as well be
Nice.
pressing 500 pounds right there.
Good
which
God.
is my favorite villain of all time. If you guys didn't already know that. So,
Well, you got that a couple of years ago for like steel, right?
yeah, for like $400.
You literally stole it.
That's insane, dude. Holy cow.
I'm excited to talk about Kang, definitely.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Chris, what books did you read?
Yes. Dude, 3 of my favorite DC books came out yesterday. 3 of my favorite ongoing. Of course, you mentioned a couple of them, but of course, Nightwing issue 83. Right, man, one of the top 3 favorite. These are actually my top 3 favorite ongoing books going on. They all came out yesterday. Nightwing, 83. Then we had Catwoman, dude, 34. Ram V has turned this series around, dude, and just it's been an absolute joy to read this Catwoman series. It's just comic book goodness, guys. Just the same way that the Flash is. It's just comic book goodness.
Yes.
Not complex. It's not, overly, over too much dialogue, anything like that. It's just great comic stories, great characters. So those are my 3 DC picks. Of course, I got the Eat the Rich #1, which is a great, fantastic read. Another one that I really enjoyed, end of the arc there, Noctera issue 6. Very good. I'm trying with Marvel, man. I'm always dipping my feet in and out. I want to enjoy the characters and the stories. So I've been reading Sinister War. There's Sinister War issue #3, which it's another great. It's a good story, but it's starting to be very repetitive, and I'm ready for it to end. I think it's the last issue on issue #4. Got the Trial of Magneto #1. I've been dipping my feet in X-Men since Dugan took over and enjoying his run. this was pretty good. It's not bad. Also got Superman and the Authority, issue number 2, Legends of the Dark Knight 4, and this one actually took a really nice turn this week. This played out more like a one shot and very, very good. I don't know if anybody's reading this, but Moths issue number 1. This is on the shared universe from the AWA Upshot Studios shared universe, kind of branching out of the Resistance book that's going on over there. That's issue number 3 of 6. And last 2, Radiant Black, issue 7, that was okay. It was mediocre. Yeah. Yeah.
I stopped reading
that.
Power Rangers.
Yeah. Time Before Time 4. Yeah, on Radiant Black, the whole thing for me is that the reason I bought into this series, the reason I started liking it at the beginning was the story of this writer, right? That he's kind of just worn out. He hasn't had success as a writer, and then he gets these powers, right? Well, I feel like we're getting far away from that as the issues go on, and I'm like, that's kind of the core of the story. That kind of I want more of that, and I'm not getting that, and I'm starting to lose a little bit of interest, man. So, and it's unfortunate because I think this was the last issue of the arc, I believe, or the first arc. So, but yeah, that was my haul yesterday.
We talked about this a while ago, but it felt like Kyle Higgins basically made himself into a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Because I know he's from Chicago. It
Right.
felt like he was writing about himself, and then obviously he was on Power Rangers, big Power Rangers fan. And it just felt like to us that he was making himself into that.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, and like I said, in theory, that should be good. But maybe I want to see more of Kyle Higgins and less. It's getting kind of sci-fi, which is cool, but it just doesn't feel organic, I guess you could say. But yeah.
I've read all of them except for 6 and 7, and I find the whole series to be incredibly inconsistent. Some of those issues are like really good, and then other ones are really bad, and there's some that's like in these weird places in between.
Totally, dude. That sums it up perfectly. Because sometimes, and I think that's what's kept me in is like I'll read one and it's like, ooh, that was pretty good, man. And then you'll read the next one, and you're like, nah. It's just,
Yeah.
So, and every single time I read it, I'm like, this could be the last one, But I just, and I've made it to 7, so I think it may be on the chopping block though. So we'll see.
Last, certainly not least, we got #PandaPack. What is up, dude? What did you get this week?
So I just could not wait until Sunday to open all my stuff, so I went ahead and started doing it during the week. So I'm going to show off stuff that I got during the week as well, because I don't care. Here is something that I got from Nerdy Girl. And yeah, I got one of her shirts. She sent over a shirt too.
Oh, nice.
Because I got that C3 win. I got that 9.8 clone. I have no idea what this is about. I have no idea.
You gonna put that on the wall? Is that going on the wall?
Hell no, it's not going on the wall. Are you kidding me? That's not going on the wall. That's not wall worthy right there. I have no idea what that is. You know what is wall worthy though? This. Here we go.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go. Number 2.
Love it.
So I've got 2 down, need 3 more. And then just because I can't help myself, because I said no more Funkos, but whatever. I had to get the Megazord.
Must have.
Fire.
And it's the exclusive glow in the dark. Look at that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Can we test that?
Morphin time.
Yeah, let's go ahead and turn off all the lights.
We should. Let's get right to it.
Let's see. I think that's all I got. And then here I got that Power Rangers 10. That was garbage. And then I've also got that 75. I know there's potential behind it. I was not wowed by it. And then I got that Nice House on the Lake. This is the 3rd printing, right?
Nice.
And I got that 2nd printing for number 2. And then I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Amazing Fantasy, but these covers have just been fire. I have no idea about the story, but the covers have just been fire. So that's absolutely a cover buy for me. And then I got a couple of copies of the 6th print, like the actual true 6th print. So got a couple of those.
Beautiful.
Do those have backer boards?
What's that?
Do those have backer boards? They look like they don't have a backer board.
Hey, screw you, Steve. I'm pretty poor right now. Okay. I've got the bags, no boards. All right. You want to AOK me some boards? You want to stop giving me crap about it? That's all right. That's good. This one does have a backing board. Screw you, Steve. Okay, look at that. It says Stray Dogs Dracula cover. Oh, and then so I saw that Austin had got these these perverted books called The Last Book You'll Ever Read.
Classic.
And it's
that was good, man.
The black cover books or whatever. I think this is cover C, and then this is the black bag cover D. Right? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. And then a couple more things that I got. I got this. God, this is such an ugly cover, but it is Rogue's first appearance in a very high grade. So thank you to my boy B. Raimi. Got that from him. And then I finally got
sweet
my Secret Wars 8.
Man.
And I also got that in a newsstand.
Now we don't have backer boards.
Yeah.
Yeah, look like there's a
No, this one's got a backing board. I just made sure. I just made sure.
That backer board had to come with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hashtag AOK Panda backer board.
I should have just said they're clear backing boards. It would have been all right.
I actually got a clear backer board from Mark's LCS.
Okay, then why are you giving me crap? You got all boards?
Because you're not going to the con this week.
I know.
It's so sad. So sad. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't see any new. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I told you I got Power Rangers. That's the new book.
Yeah, Power Rangers, and
that was it.
Should we talk that real quick? Is that book was straight garbage?
Okay, so you know why I tossed it. That's why I can't find it because
Power Rangers number 10, horrible.
Yeah.
I get we had to get to the origin sometime of that cat dog, whatever.
I remember.
The only thing that happened in that whole book was it looks like they're going to try to make that cat dog thingy into a Power Ranger.
Oh,
right?
all they had to do was put from page 22 on. That could have been the whole book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the book, I don't know what was going on.
It made no sense. I love Ryan Parrott.
I have to.
I don't like it.
I was gonna say, is it still Ryan Parrott on the book? Yeah. Oh man.
I like Ryan Parrott a lot, but some of his books are trash.
Yeah.
Some of specifically issues 51 through 55 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then really the last. How many issues of Power Rangers have been bad? 7. All the Mighty Morphin has been good, but the last 7. Mark, what do you think? I know
I would like to go last.
Okay, all right.
Because I'm the dissenting opinion, and I normally would trash this book, but
it was trash. It was trash.
I want to hear everyone's reasoning for it. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying I want to hear.
All right, Ryan, cut this book out.
Chop it up.
I haven't read it, so
That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was.
I saw 2 pages of it, and then I was like, "Oh, it's already 9 o'clock."
Dave,
So.
Dave, what do you think?
I was lost. I was hoping for some action in the issue because the last few issues have been rough reads. This one was quite a struggle for me to get through, and then when I got to around page 20, 21, when he got in front of that was at the pyramid or whatever it was, the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we actually, like I said, they could have just left the whole story out and just showed us that. And it looks like they're going to put this this cat thing into a Power Ranger, maybe.
Goodness gracious!
It looked like an electric Pokemon that I've seen before. Turning into a Power Ranger. I was like, what is this?
They're making a Pokemon into a Power Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a rough read. I didn't like it at all.
No, there was just no need for a backstory on this thing. And honestly, they're just, it was just a waste. Like, they could have just given me the last 2 pages or last 2 panels. Honestly, just give me the last 2 panels and that would have been fine. Like, I would have been fine with a loose leaf piece of paper than what I read this whole book. I mean, it didn't progress the story any at all.
No.
I don't care for the backstory unless the backstory is going to play a pivotal role in the end game of all the Imperial stuff. Then I don't need it, right? Like, just don't give me another filler. The series has just not been picking up, and this was not a good example of trying to pick up where it needs to speed up. It's just things need to progress, and the last panel was pretty much the only thing that progressed that story, giving it any type of potential for the next issue.
All right, we just brought this issue straight into the shredder. Mark, bring it out, because I want to hear your hot take on this book.
I normally do not enjoy this book nearly as much as Power Rangers, and that's still true with this issue. But after the last 2 issues of Power Rangers and kind of getting a more of a big picture view of what Ryan Parrott's doing, this dude's not writing an issue-by-issue story. Like, I'm completely convinced of that after the last Mighty Morphin. So for some reason, when I read this, like, I was kind of seeing it through a different angle once I got through, like, the drudging, like, why are we dealing with these stupid kids still? And this is pointless. And the whole point of giving us the intro to those kids last issue and in this issue was the whole point was just to show you why, like, the emissary would even think about giving this Yale the morpher to make him the blue Mega Ranger, which I give Ryan Parrott credit that he's doing ambitious stuff at this point. It's the first time that we're going to see an alien as a Ranger, And I understand the kid thing now after reading his backstory, because that's like where he comes from. He's like a forever defender of innocent people. It's not like he's just a mindless cat. It gave us perspective on what it is. It thinks, it's conscious, and all this crap. So I understood that. And again, it wasn't a great issue for that, but it was completely necessary if they're going to go this route. And I commend them for doing new stuff. We've gotten backstories for every known character that's out there. So Yale is a new character to this book. And this is the first time we're seeing a backstory on a character that was introduced in the series. So, of course, we're not going to care like everyone else. It doesn't have that nostalgic feel. We haven't known these characters for 20-plus years and getting their backstory. So, like, I definitely forgive him for that, for writing a backstory on an existing character that we're going to be seeing forever. He might have pulled the trigger on it soon, but if they would have tried to make him a Ranger without giving you a reason why he deserves it or earns it, that's cool. And I don't know why anyone's not talking about how big of a deal it is that an emissary is present, an emissary that everyone's looking for. Like, an emissary came down and called to him and drew him to a morpher. Like, we've been looking for emissaries.
There's only one. There should only be one.
The blue and the yellow.
No, the blue's dead.
Who do you think just took him to the blue morpher?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, because we never saw him. We never saw it.
But that's my point exactly. So there's big plot points that happen in here that make you scratch your head. Like, the idea of something other than a human being a Ranger, that's pretty cool. And again, I'm not thinking in the single issue anymore. I'm thinking well beyond it for what's coming. I've been waiting on them to develop a character, to build something up, to kill them in a fantastic fashion, to add extra weight to this run. Like, it can be the Green Ranger. It can be Yale now. They're building disposable characters. And okay. I think that's huge. So, again, as a single issue, I don't think it was, like, anything to write home about. But in terms of building what's coming, and, like, we know big things are coming. Remember that post you even shared that ended
yes.
Like, this, everything that I'm reading is nothing but stepping stones now. Like, that's where my mind is.
So, Inhook Lee posted today the cover for, I think it was Mighty Morphin number 9. Or maybe it was number 7. I can't remember.
It was something clean he was working on.
Yeah, it was just a couple of issues ago. And he was saying that there's a big event coming in issue 15, because that's what he's working on right now. He basically teased the next Power Rangers event is coming. And we kind of knew at some point there was going to be another Rangers event. They haven't announced it yet, which I'm kind of shocked that they haven't. But we know it's coming. So maybe this will tie into it. Maybe we'll look back and say this is a better issue. Right now, even with the way you talked it up there, I still think this issue was
like I said, as a single issue, if you just take it for what it is, it's not – like, again, there's no nostalgia to it. You're just following this one character, but it's necessary.
Amazing. All right. Okay. Let's talk another book that I think almost all of us read. Let's talk Eat the Rich #1. So this was, according to Mark, very similar to a movie that came out a couple years ago. What was it called? Ready or Not?
Ready or Not. Yeah. If you sum up Ready or Not or Eat the Rich in 3-4 sentences, you use the exact same 3 or 4 sentences.
Okay, so I want to go to someone else other than Mark since he just went. I thought reading. I didn't watch it.
Cool,
I can't tell you, but it felt like they were similar but completely different. I don't know, Chris. What do you think about Eat the Rich #1?
I really enjoyed it, and this was the first issue. It's a debut comic for the writer Sarah Gailey, she usually writes like novels, things like that. So this is her first comic book debut as a comic book writer, which I thought was pretty good, man. Considering this is not her not her first rodeo, right? So what are we laughing at here? Sorry.
This part, he said he's seen Ready or Not 100 times.
See, I haven't seen it, so I can't enjoy the reference, man. But yeah, I mean, it's really, I really enjoyed it. It's about this girl. I don't want to go. I don't know how are you about spoilers, Burke? Are you guys?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, spoilers are good. So I mean, it's about this girl Joey, right? She's a carefree girl. She's got her life ahead of her, and she's got a future as a lawyer if she can just learn how to work with the people who are affluent and wealthy, right? And her avenue into that world is by her boyfriend, right? Her boyfriend named Astor, who has these rich parents. They live in a small, beautiful beach town called Crestfall Bluffs. But she's Joey, this girl, right? She's hesitant to take this trip. You know, she doesn't know if it's time to meet Astor's parents. You know, it's kind of that question of like, you know, when is a good time to meet your significant other's parents, right? So she's having all this hesitation at the beginning of the book, right? Who said this? Smart man. Oh, dude, let me tell you, that's a whole other show right there. But but she's questioning, right? Is she ready to take this next step with him? And then for Astor, the boyfriend, right? He hasn't been home in I think it's 10 years. And there's a reason why he left the town of Crestfall Bluffs. And there's a reason why he doesn't want to go back. He's gotten sober. He doesn't want to go back because every event that they have, it's all about drinking. All his friends are from there. But there's some secrets that are lying at the heart of this little beachfront town. It's like some cult type activity that might be going on there with some of the wealthiest members of that society. So a lot could go wrong, right? And I think we're going to find that out in the upcoming issues. But I really enjoyed how Sarah Gailey, the writer, she really gave us like a solid feel for these characters in one issue, right? And it made you understand both of their reluctance to visit Astor's hometown and to meet the parents, right? So both for different reasons. And then they kind of find common ground when they both realize that they don't want to go to this town. So it's got a nice mystery horror cloud that kind of envelops the whole book, and I'm definitely in for this. It was a great introductory issue for me. I really enjoyed it.
Andy, you look like you got something to say.
I just wasn't a big fan of it. You know, I feel like I've seen this story before. You know, some do it even better than this. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie The Pest, you know, or the one
Jordan
with
Peele movie that he did.
What was that? Jordan Peele?
There was a Jordan Peele movie where he did where go home. The girlfriend goes home.
Oh yeah,
and
Get Out.
Yeah, Get Out. They just
Get
have
Out. Get Out. Yeah, Get Out.
It's just a different killer game or horror twist to the same story.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was, and I just felt like, honestly, it was just boring. Like, to me, it didn't move me in a way that I was like, this was a really good issue 1. I got to get issue 2. You know, I'm curious enough to pick up issue 2, but am I like crazy about getting issue 2, or am I looking forward to it? Nah, I'm just doing it just because I just don't want to miss out, because maybe it does get better. I don't know. For me, it just didn't click. So I just wasn't into it.
I felt like the writer went extremely, extremely out of her way to find the douchiest rich people names she could find to attach all these characters to.
I agree.
That was that. Like, when you go that far, and any point you kind of takes you out of the book. Like, okay, now we're just clocking names at this point as I'm reading, like Wind Song and Baby Westerbrook or whatever. You know, it was excessive.
Ryan, what'd you think?
I'm more in Chris's camp on this. I enjoyed it.
Let's go, Ryan. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, like, it didn't blow me away, but that's what I actually liked about it, because there's too many comics that come out now, and like the whole first issue like is just a lead up to like the big concept, and then it like does the twist at the end, and so every book after that, every issue after that is just like absolutely nothing like the first one. You fall in love with the first one, you get that crazy twist at the end, and then, you know, the rest of the series is nothing like that. So I've really come to appreciate these series that don't base their entire existence on like just this single high concept. And so I really like the way that this was just kind of like, we're gonna set this this book on simmer, and we're just gonna kind of let it go. And so I feel like there's a lot more in this series to unfold. There's a lot of strong personalities in here that I feel like there's things that interest me to learn. I think the whole thing with like Aster's sobriety, how is that going to come into play? It's a great way to put him at odds with his family and make him an outsider somewhere that he grew up. But I feel like there's got to be a little more to that. And so I'm kind of interested to see how that comes into play. And then, of course, you have the girlfriend. You know, she's already an outsider trying to fit into this society. And the fact that, like, she has a future in this type of society, like, this is the world that her future is supposed to become. But she's kind of realizing that maybe it's not everything that it's supposed to be. So I think there's enough mystery there. And like I said, I like the fact that it's just kind of simmering and they didn't come out swinging and try to, like, throw this, like, huge high concept thing in your face.
I agree with that. I'm sorry, Steve. I was just gonna say I really love a story where you get, you know, quite a bit of information, like character development in the first issue, and you get there's a lot of threads that were started in this issue that I think could really develop into something, maybe something different. I know you guys have said it's kind of like very it's a told story, right? But I think with the threads that have begun, I think it could go some different directions that are unexpected. But it's funny. What was the book that came out a few weeks ago? Is it You Promised Me, or was it You Promised Me
Darkness?
I don't want to get on. Yeah, You Promised Me Darkness. I don't want to get off topic here, but everything you're saying about this book is how I felt about that book, where I felt like it was very generic. I felt like if it didn't have Scotty Young's name attached to it, like it would have.
Me You Love in the Dark.
The Me You Love in the Dark. Yes, that's the one. I'm getting some. Yeah. Yes. That's kind of how I felt about that book. And that was my complaint. It's an issue 1, and it didn't give me anything to really like. There was not a whole lot of character development. It was just very bland and very generic to me. But in this one that we're talking about here, I do feel like we got some of those things that we want from an issue 1. So. It's my opinion, but I'm definitely in for issue 2.
I definitely wouldn't argue any of those points. I'm just saying, as a story and a concept, that's like it wasn't written bad at all. Just as a story and concept, it's just not something that I feel like I want to add to my pool right now. And I'm not spec collecting on it or anything. So it's just
for sure.
Do I want to take on another read right now, or do I want to go back and check it out later if there's still good reviews about it, kind of thing? I'd definitely be down for that, but
for sure.
There's definitely dissent in here because I'm going to break this tie, and I'm going to tell you. I think it was a good book. Now, I have not seen Get Out. I have not seen Ready or Not. I haven't read a story or seen a story like this before. So maybe if I had, I would have a different view. But I thought this book was pretty good. I noticed right off the bat, I don't know if anyone else felt this way. I felt like Aster, like what
do you call him?
He looked like Johnny Bravo. With his blonde hair. Yeah. Anyways, back to the book. I thought it was good. And what was interesting is that his friend was on the stage. They're roasting people, and then every time you roast someone, they leave. And like Aster's like, oh, you have to be the person that does that. It felt like they choose someone randomly, and then that person has to choose whoever it is that died, and that he's not happy about it. He's not happy having to choose someone. I don't know if that's the way it actually is, but that's the way I interpreted the book. And I don't know. I just thought it was a really, really interesting and good book. I thought the art was a little, I don't know, it reminded me a lot of Firepower. And I actually liked the art in there. I didn't like it to begin with, but it grew on me. And everyone knows, Mark knows, I love Firepower.
The best book ever.
The best ever. So, yeah, no, I thought this book was good. I'm going to read issue 2. I want to find out more about what's happening here. What's happening with the help? Are they only eating the other rich?
Yeah.
It feels like the rich are eating the other rich. I don't know what's happening.
I thought they told the butler, the one that they were doing the retirement for, and as he was calling
like when they retire somebody.
It's like he's sending them out on the hunt. Like they're going out one at a time to go catch, tackle, and stab and cut him up and go put him.
Yeah, I mean, they bring him back. His arms cut off and his legs, and it's just I need to reread it because I feel like there's some things that I missed. So
that's a good point, Steve. Like, I really like that whole concept about the help where she goes out and starts to help the girl on the beach, and the girl's like, "Hey, like, get out of here! Like you know,
they're gonna eat you alive for doing stuff like that."
Right? You don't help the help, you know. And I'm like, I'm excited to explore that whole little concept, what's going on there, and that's fun.
If y'all seen a baby chewing on like a human jawbone, wouldn't y'all be like,
"Oh yeah,
gross"? Wouldn't y'all keep talking to the maid and the baby? Like, if you need help with him chewing on that jawbone, I don't mind helping.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Of course, she didn't seem to like really understand what the baby was even chewing on. I thought that part was kind of strange because it was like right there in front of their face.
Yeah.
But it was almost like they were like trying to hide it. Like she was like holding her to the side. Every time it was always in the foreground and Joey was in the background. I don't know. I felt like they did a good job with that while also trying to showcase, there's some dead bodies. So
yeah. I think like the high concept of it is like kind of, I mean, it's not like that original as far as a high concept, but I think there's a lot of intrigue in the nuance. So it's something I want to keep my eye on. I don't think I'm like as hot on it as a lot of other people, but I definitely did not enjoy it. And I do think there's something there that might turn out to be really good.
I'm definitely going to read issue 2. Definitely going to read issue 2. Okay, so what do you guys want to move on to next? I wanted to talk Flash and Kang the Conqueror. So what do you guys want to talk next? Probably Flash, right? Panda's like, I don't read the Flash.
Yeah, let's talk the Flash.
Okay, all right. So the Flash 773. Wally West, my guy, is the Flash again. He's got a job working for I think it's Mr. Terrific, right? That was working for. Okay, and Heatwave is there. He's going through basically like. Does he have cancer or something? I can't remember from 773.
Cancer.
Yeah. So he's shut up, Panda. He's basically like what's the point of living anymore? He's going out and causing all this fire everywhere, and Wally West is kind of like it felt like the Flash TV show. He shows up, saves some people, but instead of like taking down the bad guy, he just hawks him down. I don't know. I thought it was a good issue. It wasn't one of the best, but I still thought it was solid. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I guess I'll go.
Okay,
I mean, I'm a little biased because we first of all, we had Jeremy Adams on the show last week. If you guys want to go check that out, we did an interview with him. Great guy, dude. I mean, down to earth. He has a true love for comic book characters, right? And in the interview, he was talking to us about when he gets a character, he wants to honor that character's history. And we're talking about Wally West and how he's bringing him back to the forefront of the Flash. So, dude, I mean, he said everything I wanted to hear last week. I was already enjoying the book, but just getting all that background, talking to him, and then going into this issue. It just gets better and better for me. So, Wally's cemented his feet in the role of the Flash, right? And it's time that first arc is over, and it's time to be a hero, start saving lives. I'm a big fan of reading a comic book and just heroes being heroes, saving the people in their city. We don't always need the big, cosmic events and these huge stories that lead up to an event. I am a big fan of just issues like this, dude, where you see that part where Wally just goes and saves that little boy. And then, like you talked about that that part where he goes and he doesn't just go arrest the villain, right? He goes and actually Heatwave, right? He goes and talks to him, kind of talks him down, gives him some advice. And then, of course, Heatwave, something's going to happen with him toward the end of the book with the Suicide Squad, which I thought was pretty cool. But I just enjoy the different aspects of Wally West that we get in this issue. I mean, obviously, he's the Flash, but he's also working for Mr. Terrific's company. So he's bringing in that money to support the family. Then you have those family moments with Wally and the kids and his wife. And it just feels very organic. I mean, Wally, he's the fastest man alive, right? So you get all that in the book where you get all these different aspects. You get him being a superhero. You get him, saving the day a couple of times, going to work, doing work, being with the family. I'm like, dude, that's amazing. You get all that in one issue, and he's the Flash. He's obviously going to do a lot of stuff. So I feel like that part of it feels very organic, very realistic, as the Flash character can be, right? But I really like it, dude. I'm like I said, I'm a big fan of the Flash, and it was big shoes to fill after Joshua Williamson, man. Because I mean, that run was one of the best. I mean, probably the best Flash run ever, in my opinion. So and Jeremy Adams, man, he's doing a great job, and this is basically his first ongoing series. So he's doing a fantastic job, and I'm loving it, man.
Nice, Ryan. What'd you think, bud?
I didn't get to read this issue either.
Dang, I think you're gonna like it. Panda's over here laughing. I keep asking people who read it. I'm sorry. Mark.
It's been like a crazy busy week for me, so.
I feel you, dog. I know. You were messaging this earlier about stuff, and I don't want to say it on there, but yeah, we're here with you, bro. Mark, what'd you think?
I thought this book had it all. Like it had, like you said, it had the street level saving the day stuff. You see him in his work dynamics. You see him facing off with a classic villain, and what we've been kind of critical of is how they played Wally, kind of played him down. And if you go back, I mean, Wally was the Flash for a long time.
20 years, right? Like 20 years.
Done it all. You know what I'm saying? So this issue, it spotlights all of that. You see him at Mr. Terrific's company being a genius, which he is because of his life experience. He can go into a tech lab and run circles around people from his experience as the Flash, not necessarily from doing what they do. Like what they're doing, he correlates to his cosmic treadmill. And like, so he's a freaking whiz, and they actually bring him to the forefront in that aspect as well. And you get the cyclone arms, you get the water tornado. We get classic moves, and even calls it out a Goldie but an oldie. Like it was like the same reason why I love reading Batman, Superman is why this book right here was so awesome. It's just self-contained, classic superhero feels in just modern books. They're doing Wally right. It was just fantastic.
Absolutely. Dave, did you get a chance to read it yet?
Yeah, no, I read it today. I enjoyed it. It was really good. Like I said, a well balanced issue. I'm just going to be repeating a lot of the same stuff. Well balanced. You had the good street level fighting, and the cosmic aspect. I thoroughly enjoyed the issue. It's very good, and I'm pretty surprised on how good this writer's been taking on Flash so far. Is it like what 4 or 5 issues in so far?
I think 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, and
did he do the first story arc? Yeah, he did the first story arc, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did that whole arc where Wally punches Hitler in the face and all that.
Dude, I love that crap.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Dude, when we hit the throwback to the Super Friends with the Legion of Doom, I lost it.
Oh man,
like this is the best. This is the best.
I love it. I love it, man.
Now, what do y'all think is flying through space toward Earth? Do y'all think that's the Spear of Destiny, or what do you think it is?
What do you think, Panda?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I just read Day of Judgment again not too long ago. Like it's early Jeff Johns on DC. It's the story that he wrote where Hal comes back from the dead and becomes a Spectre, and the Spear of Destiny was a big deal, and they hurled it into space to get rid of it, just to get it off world. And then we have this strangely looking Spear of Destiny coming through. I mean, look what came through. That looks like a spear. There it is. That went right through her shield.
And the Spear of Destiny is a big thing in the original Flash Rebirth.
That's what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
I like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It'll be interesting to see what he does with it if that's where he's leading to.
Yeah, I do like how he's been writing Wally though, because if you read anything like any of the Flash Forward or any of the books before that, like it hurt Wally tremendously to not have his family with him.
Flash Forward was amazing.
Yes, it was amazing, and Brett Booth's art was amazing.
Yes.
Like, and his run on Titans was amazing too. And Wally and Titans was amazing. The Flash War was amazing. Heroes in Crisis wasn't good, but but you know what? Jeremy Adams did great by kind of fixing that. And we had some dissent between me and Mark on all of it.
Loved it.
But
that issue was epic, man.
But I did like having Roy in there and Roy knowing everything was going to be all right. And then seeing Roy now and Infinite Frontier, it's
seeing that Rory pulled the trigger, man. That was something else. Just,
I freaking love Infinite Frontier, man. It's so good. But yeah, everything's back to where it should be for Wally and his family and the DC line. I'm really, really enjoying this, and it's the future is looking bright for DC Comics right now for sure.
Y'all think Heatwave's going to die?
What's that?
You think Heatwave's going to die because they tell you to check out Swamp Thing 6 and 7, but we saw Swamp Thing 6 already. That already came out. We saw Heatwave over there being an absolute psycho, thinking he's going to go take out Swamp Thing. And it looks like Swamp Thing's about to kill him in the last panel of the last issue.
I don't know. I doubt it.
Which would be awesome.
I doubt he dies.
I mean, it's terminal, right?
What's that?
It's just like putting him down. It's not really killing him.
True. Yeah, true. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Swamp Thing could also look at it and heal him. Who knows?
True.
That would be a cool
True.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, just real quick, as far as like the Jeremy Adams stuff is concerned, man, like everything you guys are saying, man, it's like talking to him about he intentionally went in and fixed those things, man, with Wally, the stuff with Heroes in Crisis. Like I said, dude, if you guys get a chance, just go listen to it. And if you had any questions, anybody in the chat about the Flash and where it's going, dude, I think everybody will be on board with this thing. But he's such a fan of Wally and a fan of the history of the characters. And he didn't say in the interview, like, he didn't say anything bad about Tom King or about the story, but he mentioned, he was like, he had to go back and right some wrongs that had been done. So I thought that's pretty cool, man. And like I said, just such a great comic book, just comic booky action, comic book stuff, man. I love it. I can't get enough of it.
Wally's my favorite Flash, one of my favorite characters in general. I just got his first appearance. Oh, I'm so excited.
Nice. Dude.
The energy in that video, man.
Dude, it was real, man. It was real for sure. But yeah, I'm going to have to. So that was last week's episode on your channel?
That was last week. Yeah, last week. Like I said, great stuff, man.
I'm going to go back and watch that for sure.
You got to check it out, man.
Absolutely. We're going to review one more book here, Kang the Conqueror #1. Ryan, you got to get out of here?
Yeah, I'm going to bounce out, but it was a blast. I wish I got to read more of these books, but I have a lazy Sunday plan, so I'm going to try to get caught up on a lot of stuff.
Pre-weekend tomorrow?
Doubt it.
Okay. All right.
My kids' school, I got to mention it, but my kids' school, they forgot how to handle dismissal apparently.
Oh no.
And so it's literally been 2.5 to 3 hours of sitting in a car line every afternoon to get them.
That's where you read.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I've been trying, but you got so much going on. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hope things get better, and maybe I'll see you Sunday night on Mark's channel.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be there for that.
Boom. Later, Ryan.
All right,
Later,
see you.
Hey, I actually have to bounce out too. It's already 10. I got to put my kids to bed. Plus, I got to turn all this stuff out so this way my kids can go to sleep and everything. So, thanks a lot, guys. Chris, it was good. It was good actually hanging out with you guys. Later.
You too, brother. Take care, man.
Later.
Bye, family.
You see what happens when you start talking Marvel books, Steve?
I know, right?
Well, guys, you're talking Marvel. I also got to bounce, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, dude. Y'all go on.
That's amazing. What is up, Jade? How is it going, brother? How are you doing? We're going to talk Kang the Conqueror #1 here, and then we're going to get out of here. We got to ask Dave. Initial thoughts. Big Kang fan. Got that firsty appearance over there. Big Moon Knight fan. Bigger Marvel fan than the rest of us. Yeah. What did you think about Kang the Conqueror #1?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was actually a proper origin for the character. We hadn't, as old as the character is in the Marvel history, that I feel like there's been a lot of like different origins of the different versions of Kang, and there hasn't been a lot of good origins of Kang Prime, the original Kang. And I thought they did a pretty good job. They talked a little bit about Nathaniel Richards from the 31st century, how he got the tech, and basically how he traveled back to different periods of time and just learning from his mistakes and how to prevent the mistakes so that he could stay focused and doing what he's actually supposed to be doing with the specific timelines. And like he was saying in the story, like one of his biggest downfalls was love and finding Ravonna. And he had to make sure that Nathaniel Richards didn't do the same thing so he could focus on, conquering what he wanted to actually do. The artwork was pretty good. I like the artwork. I wasn't too familiar with the actual writer of the story, but I thought it was a good first story. Good first issue. It is a mini series. I think it's only going to be 5 or 6 issues.
Okay.
So we'll see. And at the end, obviously, he ends up in Rama Tut's timeline, which is back in the original, which chronologically Rama Tut came before Kang. It wasn't, he came in FF19, which came out, I think, a few months previous to Avengers 8. So
I thought it was interesting having like an old man Kang.
Old man Kang, exactly. Yep.
With the younger Kang learning how to do things. The old man Kang, holding his younger self to a higher standard, and he's trying to not be the old man Kang, but he's also learning the lessons that guy did.
Yep.
I thought it was a better read than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to read probably issue 2, but I did think, like I said, I thought it was a better read than I thought it was going to be. Drop that Ravonna line in there and how he loved her and everything. It ties into the Loki TV show a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Not great, but it was good. Mark, what you think?
Just really no vested interest in it. The last time I really cared or paid attention to Kang was in the Young Avengers storyline. And this was when I was working at the LCS and it was hitting shelves. I was with Iron Lad, so which one's the original Kang, which one isn't? I don't think, are they retconning a little bit here to set a new, ground level? I didn't even get that was old man Kang. He looked like just adult Kang and kid Kang to me. I didn't even get that from it. And all I could think about by the time I finished it, I'm like, dude, they're just, I hate to correlate it to Flash since we've just finished, but they're doing the Flash story arc that we just finished. So in the first one, we got Flash with the dinosaurs. We got him with the dinosaurs. We got him in the future with Gold Beetle. We started with that. It's just, there's going to be the same thing with Kang. I'm sure it could be fun, especially if you're into the characters and everything, like how Flash was for me. But, it is really, as somebody who has an invested interest, it didn't jump out or razzle-dazzle me. The artwork was phenomenal, though.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Artwork was really nice.
And everything. It was clean, man. That line work was really good.
Was it Babak or Gary Frank
that did the interiors? No,
who was it? It looked like one of those two. That's what it reminded me of.
It was super clean. I don't think it was Babak.
But it was brighter than both of those. But it reminded me of that.
You want me to
What?
You want me to look real quick?
Sure.
Chris,
you get a chance to read that?
No, man. Like I said, I'm very very limited on my Marvel pulls. And it's not that I don't love the characters, because I do. I just for whatever reason can't get down with a lot of the way Marvel's written these days. But
Carlos
yeah.
Magno.
So, Mark,
Oh.
what's that?
Carlos.
Magno.
Never
He
did.
doesn't even have a picture represented by his name on the site, so he might be newer guy.
You could
I
be.
couldn't agree with you more, Chris. I read it because I heard we were reviewing it, and my reaction was, "Oh, you're making me read Kang."
I added Kang because it was the number one, and I knew Dave was going to like it, and I was like, I'm going to give this a try. We're all going to review it. But
It was Comic Vet's hot pick, so I was going to have to break down and read it anyway, so we can talk about it Sunday. But it wasn't bad at all. Like it was definitely a good book.
Yeah,
It was a decent read, and the artwork was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
It was easy to follow. It was information filled. The whole point of it and the timing of it, I think, is to introduce new readers who are new to that character because of the MCU appearance.
True.
Introduce and give them information. And what better way to do that than write a story about going through the different versions of him through the years? This is a proper introduction for new readers and total fan service for existing readers. I mean, I can see stuff that I recognize, and I'm excited to see, like, if I continue to read it, like, there'll be an Easter egg for me if they dabble in the Iron Lad option and everything. So it's exactly what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Mark would agree with this
Nice.
100%.
That was okay. First two issues were all right. Then it just went flat. But Immortal Hulk, and it was on my birthday, is the best thing.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Hulk
Yeah, all day, every day.
Hulk is your guy.
How about that splash page there? Not the splash page, but in the middle of the issue when he's like standing right in front of Nathaniel and he just smacks him.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
All I could think of was the Batman meme.
yeah.
where
I
it's like
love
Robin.
that original art. That's sick. That was such a cool spread.
I did like that. I did like that. Dave, it feels like they're grooming him to be like the next MCU big bad, right?
He's going to be the next big bad.
Okay, so why is he so like?
It's essentially confirmed without actually saying he's going to be the next big bad for the next.
Why is he the next guy after Thanos? So, like, what makes him?
He's
Multiverse, man.
He's a multiversal, big bad. Thanos is not a multiversal big bad.
Okay.
He spans different timelines, different characters. He ties in all the different like big level events all into one. And he's been associated with the Avengers, Fantastic Four. He ties in all these big groups that haven't been introduced yet.
He kind of reminds me of like the way he's like omnipresent. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Dr. Manhattan character, right? But with like more emotion to him. Is that a good comparison?
Yeah, you could say that. And like I said, he's gonna ultimately bring in the big event, which is Secret Wars.
Yeah, and I think that's what we've been confirmed is that there's going to be Secret Wars coming at some point. And we also just saw today that they cast Riri Williams, and she's going to be in Black Panther #2.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
It's awesome.
There's been a lot of news lately. That new Eternals trailer dropped today, and it does look pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
That trailer was pretty good. I liked it.
It was very good.
Those Celestials were insane.
They were. What do you think, Chris?
Of the trailer?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, dude. To be completely honest, I'm not a trailer guy, man. I do not. I'm one of those guys that likes to go into it blind. I'm.
Did you read
everybody?
We Only Find Them When They're Dead?
Say again.
Did you read We Only Find Them When They're Dead?
We only find them when they're dead.
The Boom Studios book?
Studios, Al Ewing writes.
Al Ewing book, yeah.
Oh no, I did. I jumped off of it, man.
Dude, like some of the panel-to-panel work in there that Simone DeMeo does is amazing, and they do like perspective with these giant gods. Like you'll just be turning a page and you'll hit one of those, and you're just like,
yeah,
you only got to sit back. You know what I mean? It just, and that's how like the presentation of the Celestials were when they showed them. Just like,
nice.
Chew.
Yeah. That was the one thing I'm coming back to my memory that I read the first issue. We only find them when they're dead, and that was the one takeaway, dude. Was the cosmic scenes, those full splash pages. I was like, yes. The art was incredible, dude. I just wasn't down with the whole story, but amazing art.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Well, that was a quick Thursday Night Chat. We reviewed those books pretty quick tonight. I felt like we went through 4 books, and normally we go through 3. Takes us an hour and a half, 2 hours. We didn't get off track very much. This was a pretty action-packed, fun-filled Thursday Night Chat crossover event with Chris.
It was fun, man.
That was a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Oh, a lot of your guys are still in here. I still see Adam in here. Kaiser. How do you say that? Kaiser Jose?
Kaiser Sose.
Jose.
Okay.
From Usual Suspects. Yeah.
David Vargas is in here. I mean, we got lots of your people in here. I appreciate you guys all stopping in and watching both shows tonight. This was a lot of fun. And next week, another big week, right? Like we got Teen Titans Academy. We got Robin. We got Something That's Killing the Children.
Action Comics.
Yeah, Action Comics. King Spawn. I mean, there are
Tom Taylor's Superman.
Oh, Son of Kal-El, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I will read that just for you, Mark, because I know
I really appreciate that. I just read King for you, so we'll be even.
Ice Cream Man. Are you guys reading Ice Cream Man?
Ice Cream Man too. That's right.
Yeah, issue 25 next week.
Batman Reptilian from Garth.
Oh yeah.
Liam Sharp's artwork. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Next week is a huge week.
Huge. Infinite Frontier number 5.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's a great series.
Department of Truth.
Department of
that's right.
Department of Truth 12. Yeah. Texas Blood. You guys read that Texas Blood number 9 next week?
They're doing
Great
a
book.
Spider-Man Life Story annual though because Chip Zdarsky knocked it out of the park so good. They're like, we got to milk it. So they're going to do it from J. Jonah Jameson's perspective, and I'm going to read the hell out of it.
One of my only like Marvel books I'm reading, Thor 16 comes out next week too. Dude, there's a lot of stuff. That Robin number 5 cover is pretty sweet with all the different Robins on it. That looks cool. We got that Batman Superman 21, Strange Academy, Team and T. I mean, Once and Future. So many titles next week. It's a
big week.
It's a big week. Extreme Carnage Riot number 1.
Thank God.
What? Did you say thank God? Oh shit. Yeah, lots of stuff coming out next week. I'm excited for next week for sure. Well, thank you, Chris, for coming on tonight, and thank you as always to Mark for coming on, and Dave. Thank you guys for coming on. What do you guys got going on your channel coming up over the next couple days? Mark, you go first.
Well, I just passed the 900 subscriber mark today. I really started pushing again yesterday. I've been kind of on hiatus for a while with my health and stuff, but I'm back. So I started doing content this week. So went back to work this week. It's been fun. It's been really fun getting back in the swing. So tomorrow morning, will be the epic community hangout that I do every Friday morning. If you're a member of this community, it's definitely where you want to be. There's tons of us over there just kicking it, talking comics, life, philosophy. Who knows? We're just hanging out, just bringing the community together just to kick it. Or if you're at work, just tune in and listen. But every Sunday night at 9 o'clock, I do the live show Out Weeks In with the Comic Vet and New Guy, and have other people on. Steve pops on in there every now and then with us, and we spoil the hell out of everything. The shows from the week, the movies. We got Titans, Stargirl, Superman and Lois finale, What If, a bunch of books. So there'll be a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Yeah, big giveaway coming for the 900 subscriber, and big announcement for the road to a 1K as well. Like major stuff I got set up for that.
Boom.
Nice.
Well, I did see some of those books. They are pretty sick. What are you gonna have another like haul or unboxing content? Because some people want to see that Teen Titans book you showed me.
Oh, yeah, I've got I'm just waiting on some stuff. From being down and out for those weeks, man. I still got stacks of stuff. Like I've got like massive keys sitting in boxes for 3 weeks over here that I'm ready to take out. But crazy, insane hauls and stuff. But I want to do the videos justice and make sure I give proper recognition to the shops I got them from because they're local and everything. So, it'll all get out eventually.
Dave, did you see this?
Nice.
Dave, what do you got going on your channel coming up? I know you've been working a lot lately.
Yeah, I got a bunch of books I picked up from a couple of LCS of the antique shops recently. Just got to make the video. I'm gonna be let me see, gonna be doing like an off-stream trade with a local community member and seeing if I could do something, maybe fall through. We'll see what happens with that, and if that does, then I'll post what I traded and just see what you guys show it off to the community. Outside of that, I'm going to try to go to an LCS tomorrow and pick up some books, and I'll show off what I get. That's pretty much it.
Boom. Boom. Chris, what do you got going on the Lost in Comics channel? We just went live earlier tonight, but what do you got coming up?
So every Thursday night, I know that's you too, Steve. I mean, we got to figure something out here. But I think we overlap each other. One of us starts earlier, and then. But every Thursday we do Lost in Comics Thursday, where we have creator interviews. We do new comic book reviews, talk about comic news that's going on, all the stuff that's important in life. Outside of politics, I really try to stress that. But we had, like I said last week, we had Jeremy Adams on. It's really everybody. We talked about Flash. Go check that out. For those of you in the chat, we have Mark Russell coming on next month, coming on the show. We're going to chat with him about some of his past books, the Flintstones, and then he's got that robot from AWA. What is it called? Not All Robots, or
Not All Robots.
Yeah. We're going to chat about that because that was a great first issue. So yeah, all that stuff's up and coming. Next Wednesday, we're going to have we won't overlap you next week, Steve, because next Wednesday, we're going to have a live show where we're just going to do like a comic book club type of thing. And we're going to have a live reading. We're going to do some voice acting while we read. And
That's awesome.
It should be fun, man. Just get down with about 3 comic books. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You have some pretty funny videos. I still remember that Halloween video from last year.
Yeah.
Your awards and whatnot, and that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's something that I love acting, dude. To be honest with you, I like acting. I like doing little dramatic, interpretation. I don't know if they're good or not, but it's fun for me. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun, dude. And if you go over this, we did. I don't know if you saw this one, Steve, but a few weeks ago, we have a character on the show. He's got long hair and wears sunglasses. He's a musician. He goes on tour out there. He calls himself Hottie, right? And he did a remake. He did a remake of the song "Last Kiss," but a comic book version. And we put the chorus on our channel. So just stuff like that, dude. We love having fun doing crazy stuff like that, man.
What's Oscar's name when he's a different character? What's his name?
We got Rapido Flash. So he's Rapido. And he basically, he's like the cousin of Barry Allen, a little huskier version, But yeah, like I said, we have a good time with it, man. Just try not to take ourselves too serious, but it's a good time, man.
Awesome. So tomorrow I'm going to have a top 10 look back at a year ago, top 10 hot comic books in August 2020. But be on the lookout on my channel this weekend. I'm going to be uploading a bunch of videos from the con that's in Kansas City. It's going to be a good time. There's lots of big people there. I'm going to try to go to the Stephen Amell, Katie Cassidy panel. Maybe I can get an interview with them. Probably not, but I'm going to try. We got a couple kids from the Stranger Things show. I'll try to get something from Lou Ferrigno as well.
Oh, awesome.
And
nice.
It's going to be – I'm going to do my absolute best to cover the crap out of that for the channel, while also having a lot of fun, seeing a lot of great people in this comic book community. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a really, really good time. I'm excited for it. So be on the lookout for that on my channel coming up.
Nice.
Thank you again. I'm going to hit up all these sponsors real quick before we get out of here. _Preston on IG. Thank you so much for sponsoring the Thursday Night Chat. If you ever need any comic books press, hit up Eric over at _Preston on Instagram. Use my promo code BURK54 and you free shipping back to you in your first order. Thank you also to the 616comics.com for sponsoring a monthly Burke Box. Make sure you guys check out the 616comics.com for all of your exclusive variants and all of your comic book needs. I think that's it. Oh, no, that's not it. Thank you also to the channel members. In the family tier, we got Flash, 792, Collectibles Lounge, Adrian Panda, Porter's High, Nick's Kicks and Comics, Blue Hellion Comics, Cardboard Crazy, Small Time Collectibles, Mark from Legion of Comics is here with us tonight. Warlord, Paul Rogers, Oregon Wine. Becker, who I'm going to see this weekend at Planet Comic Con. Mark Spector Comics, who's here with us right now. Jonathan Michael, Remington Studios, Jade, Tim Miller, Slaughtered at 503, DJ Lynx, Austin LeMay, Comic Book Poser, Actual Dracula, Tomato Cinema, Kajana Prince, Carlito Classico, and of course, Tyler from Shatterglass Comic Reviews. Thank you guys so much for being in the family tier. And they're entered to win that monthly Burke box, which next month is really awesome. I need to show it off to the Burke fam here coming up pretty soon. So I think next week we'll probably do a members only stream. Thank you also to the friend tier. We got New Guy, Adrian APM, Dale Suspense, and Flo Dameron. A link to everyone's Instagram or YouTube channels is in the description of all of my videos. Make sure you guys are following them. Make sure you guys are subscribed to them. Make sure you guys are supporting this amazing community. And we got lots of awesome people as well in the supporter tier. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. We had a great time. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's Morphin time.